and welcome to Health Options. I am Rabi, Abdallah. Available record shows that Nigeria has one of the worst records in maternal and child mortality in the world. Approximately 145 women under the age of 14 to 45 years die from preventable causes related to pregnancy and childbirth, while 2,300 children under 5 years old die mainly from vaccine-preventable diseases. Over the years, Nigeria has shown a renewed commitment to strengthening its health services, notably under the aegis of the Saving 1 Million Lives, a broad-based investment program with 6 distinct health pillars, comprising immunization, nutrition, prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, delivery of essential medicines to address common childhood illnesses, and strengthening of maternal and child health delivery platforms. The main objective of the Saving 1 Million Lives Initiative Program for Results, which goes with the acronym P4R program for Nigeria, is to increase the utilization and quality of high-impact reproductive child health and nutrition interventions. This edition of Health Options takes a look at the impact of the Saving 1 Million Lives program for results and how the country is maximizing the gains in child and maternal health. Some species of lemongrass are commonly cultivated as culinary and medicinal herbs because of their scent, resembling that of lemons. But do you know the health benefits of lemongrass? Not to worry, you will get to find out if you join us on our Nature Scanner. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the program. You're watching Health Options, and our policy track segment is taking a look at the impact of the Saving 1 Million Lives program for results and how the country is maximizing the gains in child and maternal health. And in the studio to take us through the discussion is the National Program Manager, Saving 1 Million Lives program for results, Dr. Ibrahim Kana. Glad to have you in the studio, Dr. Kana.
Thank you very much, Rabi, once again.
All right.
Quite a while.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
You know, it's always worrisome knowing Nigeria still remains among those countries that reek of disturbing statistics of maternal and child mortality. But it's good to know that the country is stepping up its acts to really reverse the ugly trend. So can you just let us into the Saving 1 Million Lives, program for results that we're talking about now, which has been in existence for a few years now?
That's correct. Well, sometimes while one looks at the statistics, I mean, naturally as a Nigerian, you feel worried. But in the last few years, I think we've covered some miles. And these miles, one can now see that we now have a half full or half empty bottle. Because half full, because at least we're making progress. From the last 5 years, we've been conducting surveys annually, to monitor the progress. So otherwise, in these indicators, which you rightly mentioned, surrounding maternal health and child health. Indeed, looking at the future of Nigeria, we have to really invest in the health care of our mothers and our children. And indeed, the surveys I've conducted have shown some improvement in child health, specifically immunization. Specifically, also is the availability of long-lasting insecticide-treated nets. And of course we've achieved significant improvement also in the areas of HIV, and specifically also elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS.
Okay, we'll get to all of that now, but let's quickly situate this fact. It's a program that is being driven by the federal government and the World Bank.
Yeah, that's
Shed
correct.
light on that.
Yeah, indeed. The Saving 1 Million Lives is a program that was initiated by government to respond to the situation of high maternal and child mortality in the country. What the government decided to do in collaboration with the World Bank is to take a credit of $500 million. This time around to actually devote the entire resources towards addressing the plight of mothers and children. Now, not at the federal level, but at the state. Okay. For the first time in the country, the federal government decided that yes, we'll take resources, but we'll deploy the resources directly to the state. We're talking about restructuring flow of resources. Now, more or less what the federal government has done is getting resources, giving it to the states, but we are not giving it to the states until state achieves certain criteria. This criteria meaning what is the state doing to address the specific 6 key indicators that we're talking about. Now, we want
Take us through those indicators once again.
One, the all revolving maternal and child health. For maternal health, we're looking at use of modern contraception, elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS, and of course, pregnant women to attend antenatal and to deliver by skilled labor. Around child health, we're looking at children under 5 sleeping under nets. We're looking at vitamin A. And most importantly is immunization. We're measuring children under 5 actually receiving Penta 3 vaccination. That has a lot of collateral benefits. If any child that receives Penta 1, Penta 2, Penta 3, meaning he has actually taken all the immunizations a child under 5 is supposed to take. Those are the specific indicators that we're asking the states. Develop work plans that will address those legacy issues in your state. What we have realized as federal government is you cannot compare one state to another state. For example, Lagos, over 70% of primary healthcare services in Lagos State is provided by private facilities, which is the complete opposite in some parts of northern Nigeria. Now, the implication is that as a government, we have to now redesign how we also send in resources, because how Lagos will use her resources is different from how Sokoto or Kano or Rivers will actually use her resources. Now we say each state you compete with yourself. Lagos will not compete with Ogun, neither will Zamfara compete with Kebbi State. You compete with yourself, we set target, we've done a survey from the beginning of the program in 2015. Therefore, for each year, after each year's survey, based on the improvement on these key indicators, we give you resources, and indeed, significant amount of resources in millions of dollars.
Are all the states covered?
100% of the states.
So how have they fared so far?
Certainly, like every race, everybody has his own beginning, has his run at his own pace. So some states actually were smart enough to quickly set up teams, within the state ministries of health, in collaboration with our agencies, i.e., primary care agency, insurance, and the rest of them, to try to look at these issues and to design programs that will attend to that. Some states are still lagging behind. However, that is the beauty of the program. Except if you perform and improve, you achieve, we give you funds. If you don't, we don't give you any money. So now it becomes embarrassing.
We know the part of the country where this is really a huge issue, talking about high maternal and let me even be specific, the Northwest.
Northwest and Northeast.
So are the states, in the Northwest and Northeast living up to expectation, or are they the ones lagging behind?
Incidentally, that is the joy from our side. Okay. That over actually, despite the fact that we did not have significant improvement nationwide, but we had significant improvement in Northeast and Northwest. As a matter of fact, specifically Northeast, we had substantial improvement in Northeast. Despite the ravaging insurgency or insecurity, there has been a lot of improvement in maternal and child health in the Northeast. That is our joy, which means the states have realized that, look, they have to move forward. They have to initiate programs that will address the plight of their mothers and children. But that's not to say we're selecting one zone over the other. We are providing a level playing field for every state to operate upon. Therefore, by and large, I would say, yes, every state, we're operating in every state. The platform is open for everybody, but some run faster than others. And that's why some states have earned a lot of resources from us. Some are yet to earn even a single dollar from the program.
Okay, we know that malaria remains a leading killer of children under 5.
Correct.
I want to hear the kind of progress we've made in that regard.
Yeah, for malaria overall in the country, from the last survey that we conducted, one of the major areas that the government has adopted in control of malaria is use of insecticide-treated nets, long-lasting. Now, what we look at is in the survey is, in a household survey that we conduct, of all children under 5, we ask the mothers, first of all, do you have a child under 5 years? Did your child sleep on? Do you have a net? First of all, yes. Did your child sleep under the net? Yes or no, the previous night? What surveys have showed us sequentially is that the availability of nets is increasing. That is, net ownership is increasing. Meaning,
it's utilization
that is now the issue.
Okay.
It's not corresponding with availability. What it means is that government is doing its own, providing the net, taking net up to the household. But the parents are not making their children to sleep under the net. What for us from a programmatic point of view is that we have to re-strategize, not just procuring the net and distributing the net, but also creating awareness on how to use the nets. Now, let me say something here. In some part of Nigeria, more advanced part of Nigeria, where houses that have nets, they have POPs and beautiful houses, when you ask them, do you use the mosquito nets? They tell you, how can I use mosquito net when I have nets in my house? Now, these are some of the challenges, evolving challenges, in programs.
Meanwhile, mosquitoes still get to find their way
Absolutely,
to such homes.
absolutely. So what we have devised now is to get some intelligent set of engineers to help us design a system that even if you have beautiful houses, how you can actually hang the net. And that's exactly what the National Malaria Elimination Program is doing now, to ensure that people in every household actually use the net and make their children under 5 sleep under the net. With that, I can tell you in a couple of years we'll achieve significant improvement in a reduction in child mortality and morbidity as a result of malaria.
Okay, let's talk about immunization. It's another critical area.
Yeah, immunization, I'll be pleased to say that our bottle is almost full.
Really?
Yeah, because we are on the right trajectory as far as immunization is concerned. Now, it gladdens everybody's heart that the effort that all partners, government and everybody is putting in has not been in vain. All we can ask for is we should not relent in our effort. We are doing well, we should do better, and we should continue to improve in what we are doing. Otherwise, we've had about 7 or 8 percentage point increase from 2017 to 2018 as far as immunization is concerned, which is significant actually if you look at it.
Okay, I was made to understand that there's some sort of reward system that goes with the Saving 1 Million Lives program for results.
Correct.
Can you let us into it?
Yeah, in every society, every day you look at your program's implementation and see how you can improve on it. Over the years, government has invested hugely, in healthcare at federal and at state level. But this time around, under the P4R, that is Program for Results, we took a credit from the World Bank. But this time around, we're not giving it to the states. We're not using it in Abuja. But we've set targets. Once you move from point A to point B, we calculate the percentage point improvement that you have achieved. Then we give you resources. As a matter of fact, significant amount of money. For 1 percentage point increase, there's a simple formula that we use for every state. For each percentage point increase, a state is entitled to $205,000. And that's the reason why in the last survey, Yobe State, for example, achieved significant improvement, and they earned $28 million. The president handed a check of $28 million to Yobe State. Osun came second with $20 million. Now, and on and on. Whereas at the same time, some states were earning $100,000, and some states came to the State House banquet hall. They came, drank tea, and left without a single dollar.
Because they had not
because they did not perform. Now, that is the beauty about the program, is a name and shame.
Okay.
For some states, governors that came were embarrassed. They didn't take that shame. They went back and decided to take drastic measures, including major restructuring of their health sector. That is the beauty of the program. That's what we've achieved so far. People have now realized that, look, we have to be looking at our data. Every month, every quarter, we have to look at our data. What have we done good? What we've not done well. That is what the program has helped us to do. In terms of data availability, now we have made data available. It is for the states now to continue to use, to do analysis, and to utilize the data. Okay,
I know that Maternal and Child Health Week, it's observed, I think, twice in a year.
That's correct, twice.
You seem to be a major partner in making that happen.
Yes.
What role exactly do you play?
Now, for us in the Saving 1 Million Lives, we encourage states to focus on MNCH weeks. Okay. The reason is because MNCH weeks have been demonstrated to be a veritable tool for delivery of key interventions. One, during MNCH week, you have vitamin A free and distributed to every child that is under 5. Every child that comes, and you go from house to house, go to marketplaces, go to schools, and distribute the vitamin A. 1. 2, it's an opportunity to also do mass immunization. Besides the regular rounds and routine immunization, it's an opportunity. The good thing is that most of our vaccines, you can take more than once, it doesn't have any problem. But this time, even if you have taken or you've not taken, now we are reaching out to you. Number 3, modern contraception. It's an opportunity for us to reach out to women and also create awareness on the use of contraception. Number 4, HIV screening. Now we have made available during this week, these services available as a bouquet within 1 week that will provide these services and this awareness. More or less, if we're able to be doing this twice in a year, what it means is that even if a woman misses this round of MNCH week, we'll definitely catch her in the next round.
Okay, let's to round up. I want to know what's on ground in terms of sustainable funding now.
Yeah.
That will go beyond because I know saving 1 million lives last forever.
Yeah, no, definitely nothing lasts forever in this world.
Exactly. So, what sort of mechanism are we already putting in place? I mean, talking about the Nigerian government,
Yeah.
development partners,
Correct.
and all of that to ensure sustainable financing
Now,
of
the
Nigerian
good thing is that
healthcare.
SOML is a health system strengthening program. That's why it's not a project. I say it is starting now and ending now. The funding may dry up, but the system itself is supposed to remain with us. And that's the reason why the entire program is premised upon government system, financial system, procurement system, and it is only civil servants across the board from top down that are running the program. More or less, we have helped people to begin to have a change of thinking, change of mindset, change of ways they do things. So essentially, even as the funding is drying up, there are other programs that are also actually taking over. For example, the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. Well, it is one. It is about providing health services, either purchasing services through an insurance scheme or providing the services through the Primary Healthcare Development Agency. That's exactly what we are doing. The services provided by Primary Healthcare Development Agency under the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund is centered around these indicators that we mentioned, mother and child. So when somebody talks about sustainability, ab initio, we knew that yes, funding will not be forever, but the program must have that strong and direct linkages with major programs that we anticipate will come on board. And we thank God, Basic Healthcare Provision Fund is here, and we are moving, and we'll gradually continue as it is.
On a final note now, quickly before we round up, I want you to sound it out there, your expectations from states, in terms of really making this a success for Nigeria.
Yeah, I think for states, really, some states really have to wake up. Some states are certainly not doing well, and my appeal is for the state governors to take action. In as much as the programs are within the state ministries of health, but the governors must take the lead. The governors must task the state ministries of health to be accountable. What I suggest is for each governor to be having maybe a quarterly meeting with his health team to review progress or otherwise within the health system. It is only true that tap can be put on people within government and in the field. And at the end of the day, we deliver the services that we are paid for to deliver for the people of Nigeria.
Very well then. Thank you so much, Dr. Kana, for coming on Health Options.
Thank you very much, Rabi.
All right. A lot of people may love lemongrass for its nice fragrance, but what you may not know about the plant is its medicinal property that experts say boost immunity and promote sleep. More health tips on lemongrass as we take you to our Nature's Corner.
Looking at the scientific basis for use of lemon grass. Generally, we have discovered that it contains a lot of phytoconstituents, chemical compounds that are useful to man and for the health of man. General compounds like alkaloids, terpenes, and a lot of other phytoconstituents that are useful to the body. Studies that we have conducted shows that these chemical compounds are very, very useful. A lot of us use even steam lemongrass, for example, when we have cold or flu. But a lot of us don't know why we do that. It is because it's part of the natural herbs that we have in our environment that are useful to taking care of a man's ailment. If you have cold, if you have flu, we have also scientific evidence to show that its constituents have a lot of antibacterial properties. People who have infections of E. coli origin, Pseudomonas origin, even Staphylococcus have been scientifically proven to be susceptible to lemon extracts and oil. Alkaloids obtained from this herb is also useful in cardiovascular ailments. So we have products that are useful for the management of cardiovascular diseases or ailments, or obtainable from lemon. We have compounds that have already been isolated and structurally elucidated. In aromatherapy, what we call aromatherapy is when you use hot water, as the case may be, to macerate your lemon grass, for example, and then it steams off because it contains what we call essential oil, that is volatile ingredients. Those ingredients that volatilize, that escapes into the air, have ability to heal man of different ailments, including rheumatism, pains as a result of inflammation, or even a toothache. So you can use it even as a mouthwash. So you can steam lemon. It will be useful, especially in cold, catarrh, and cough. It can also be taken orally, but you must consult people who are knowledgeable in phyto and herbal medicines, because we always advise at Nature's Corner that you don't just squeeze things and drink because you don't have the doses. So only professionals that are knowledgeable in this area will tell you the appropriate way to take it. But on a general note, it is a very, very resourceful raw material in our environment that one can use, especially for in aromatherapy, that is steaming or even bathing with it at home using the common lemon grasses that we have. There is nothing that does not have side effect. Everything has side effects, including water. So there is no way we will not say that a medicinal plant will not have side effects. For example, I said now that under no circumstance should one begin to squeeze a medicinal herb and drink on its own, because you don't know the dose. So you can take an overdose of a medicinal herb. Then secondly, when it is not treated professionally, scientifically, the way we do, there are some ingredients, there are some phytoconstituents that are poisonous in medicinal plants that we extract and discard in the laboratory. If we don't do that, you end up drinking poisons. So, like I mentioned, that it has alkaloids. Alkaloids are very potent class of medicinal compounds, and they can actually kill very well. So there are a lot of side effects, and one should be cautious. And then people who already have certain ailments, if for example, you are already a hypertensive patient, you are diabetic, or you have compromised cardiovascular system, or generally immunocompromised, we do not advise that you engage in the use of some of these natural products without consulting your professionals that are knowledgeable in medicinal products. That is the general caution that we give to people when it comes to use of medicinal products. A lot of us in health professionals actually need schooling, education, and proper enlightenment in this area in order for us to begin to accept this. Countries that are moving fast are already well versed in this, and the medicinal or herbal medicine is being integrated into their conventional healthcare delivery system.
Like we have always told you on this program, moderation should be your watchword in whatever you do. And vast health options for this week. A quick reminder that you can watch the upload of these and other episodes of the program Email us for your comments and contributions at healthoptions@nta.gov.ng. My name is Rabi Abdallah. Hope to see you again.
Social media is like